Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Blake with Blake Media, where we help, on this side now, where we help you get your point across. And I want to welcome you to today's broadcast, where we're going to highlight healthcare and the talking about the coronavirus. We have a special healthcare employee that's going to be sharing here shortly about their concern about mask wearing and what concerns her, what she sees, what she heard, as far as the mask wearing and the concerns about the coronavirus. And just to let you know, I have already had my two coronavirus shots, Pfizer shots, and I encourage you when you have the opportunity to get your two shots as well. Um, for me, because I was in the military for 12 years, 10 months, and 11 days, I'm not counting, but that's on my DD 214. I felt it was important that once I was in a position to get my shots, that I took them. And I look back at it sometimes because I know some folks are like, I don't know if I want to get them, but when I was in the military, they didn't give us a choice of getting our shots. When we went down to basic training, it was like, all right, next airman, step forward. Boom, step forward and bam, bam, shot in each arm. All right, step forward, airman. Step forward again and boom, boom, in each arm. It was like, hey, no question. You didn't have a chance to stop by and say, oh, hold on. Can you tell me how long it took you to fix that vaccine? No, then hold on. Can you tell me what is this for? Typhoid Annie, that's for South Asia. I'm not going there. No, we didn't get a chance to, ask questions on about the vaccine, what we're getting, and nothing. He said, step forward, airman, and you just got your shots. Yeah, I know I make light of the situation, but it was when I was in the military, it was just another shot for me, and I can't tell you how many shots I got when I was in the military. So for me, getting these it was just like getting another shot. Once I had the opportunity to get them, I got them. So I had my two shots. I got them already. Didn't have any problems with them. Well, a little pain. That's about it. But it's nothing. I did take typhoid shots when I was in the Air Force, and man, the next day it felt like I got hit with a bat. Back then, being a firefighter, we're all fools. Firefighters, you get a typhoid shot in the Air Force, and everybody found out. Soon you came back to the station, hit each other on the arm because we're crazy. But a little pain after it one day, and that was it. But got my shot for the coronavirus. I have it here with my passport in case I need to travel. So I put it inside my passport so I have it with it if I need to travel for that. But got those are my shot. I'd encourage if when you get the chance to get your coronavirus shots, get your shots. Be prepared. It's better to have the shot and not need it than to need a shot and you don't have it. Okay, so with no further delay, we're going to move forward. Let our healthcare worker share her concerns about mask wearing, what she's seen, what she heard, and how she felt, how she feels about mask sharing. This is recording.
Hello. I am tired of wearing a mask.
Okay. So tell us, where do you work?
I work at a local hospital.
Do you work in a COVID unit?
Yes, I've been working at the unit I work at was the first COVID unit in that hospital.
Interesting. Explain what you've seen and heard at the hospital in regards to COVID patients.
Well, in the beginning, it was hard to see patients and family members hear that someone had died from COVID.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. What else have you seen?
Seen the death rate at our hospital go up. I've seen the COVID patient rate go up as well. And it's been hard for a lot of us that work at the hospital. I do want to mention I am a health unit secretary. I work at a desk at the COVID unit. I have no direct patient care in regards to entering the room, but I still have to go through the hallway and I still have to talk to the staff and the doctors and the nurses that have gone into the COVID patient rooms.
Okay. And how has that influenced you or impact you by going through that? About going through the routine and going through the hospital. How has that influenced you? Explain that routine to us.
Well, when I get to work, I have a routine. A lot of us have a routine that we have to go through before entering the hospital. And I'll show you what I go through is we have to use PPE. I just use a basic PPE, and I'll show you what the doctors use and even nurses that go directly into the patient room that has COVID. So a lot of us wear caps. I wear, they're called surgical caps, but
You're a secretary. So
I'm a secretary. So I had my mom make me these caps, and they have buttons here. Trying to straighten it out. And then you need to wear an N95 mask. And the reason you wear this is there shouldn't be any air from the outside going into this area. And this is what will prevent that. And it prevents all types of diseases enter into your body, because a lot of the diseases that we do get, there's quite a bit that are by breathing it. Some are by contact. They call it airborne contact, which is your hand, and then of course by other means as well, blood and stuff. So I put this on. Now, mind you, I'm at my car.
Okay, so you just put the hat on just for yourself because you're not a doctor or anything like that. So that's and you're a secretary, so you're don't have no direct patient care. So the hat mainly is for yourself, and you use that so you can put the elastic around your head, and the buttons you use that for your mask. Because if you put that on your ear consistently, that would kind of hurt a little bit. So okay, good, that's good. And you got your reading glasses on.
Now I'm gonna get a little closer because when you're at work and you have this, I'm literally right now talking loud. And so when you're at work, you have to learn to pronounce your words properly and speak louder than you would if you when you don't have this. Because the projection of your words isn't there. And seeing people's lips are not there. So right now I'm like literally yelling. Some other staff members wear a shield instead of the glasses. We of course have to wear our gloves. I don't wear gloves, like I said, because I don't enter into a patient's room. But when I do have to touch certain surfaces, I do wear them. Also, a lot of the people that go into the patient rooms, which are doctors and nurses and other staff, we've been supplying them with this, which is a poncho, because the regular yellow gowns we ran out of. I think we ran out of them last year. And so we had to improvise. And so they were wearing these. But we still have now, we have also blue gowns, and now they're yellow. Sometimes they're white. Um, the same with our masks. They have changed color because we run out of all that stuff. Um,
Now, in a given day, how long do you have to have the mask on in a given day? How long?
well, our shifts in most hospitals, the nurses and the PCAs and the health unit secretaries, those people and some ancillary departments, we work 12-hour shifts. There's some that do work 10 hours, some as housekeeping, they work 8. Um, so, we have this mask, this whole thing for the whole 12 hours. Now, keep in mind that I have to drink water because if not, then my immune system can be compromised and I have to eat. So, having this, that's the only time that I'm able to not wear this is during those times where I'm eating or I'm drinking.
Right. So the difference between you wearing the masks you have now versus the time that someone say they're wearing their mask versus wearing a mask at work versus wearing a mask at home. What's the main difference?
Well, let me remove my gear because I'll just remove this one. Now, most people wear these kinds of masks, you know, when you go to the store, you go to the doctor, or you're outside somewhere. Also, some staff that have offices wear this. When you enter into the hospital or to the patient units, then of course they have to wear this over it. But I want to share a little bit of what the difference is from this to this. See this, I'm breathing my own CO2. And so I don't get outside air. It's not healthy to be breathing your own CO2, unfortunately. So when you're wearing this, let me remove this. It's changing the. When I'm at home and I go to the store, I just put this on, right? Well, this is good when you're in a big area, even a public setting, and there's no enclosure of any sort. You're pretty much safe with this. And at the same time, you can breathe air. Air comes in through here, maybe through the side, through the bottom. So when you're breathing some air. So it doesn't, how would you say, it doesn't, well, for me, it makes you feel like you're suffocating almost, because with this one, you can breathe and the air is kind of flowing in. But with this one, it doesn't. And by the end of the day, on my 12th hour, when I'm getting home and when I take it off, if you see right now, I have a little line. That tells you, and that indicates to you that it's really sealed. And your chance of getting COVID or any other type of infection is very slim. Now, I'm not an expert or I'm not a doctor or anything, but I will tell you, you have a less chance of getting any infection when you wear this than when you wear this. But when you wear this, it's in a confined area where the air is not, it's not very airy. So that's why we are required in the hospital to wear these. For any type of infection, we're required to wear these.
So what thought process do you go through when you go to work?
It's in my mind, I am being negative because I'm thinking, is all this gonna help keep me from getting COVID? Am I gonna end up getting COVID, and am I gonna end up dying? Because that's what has been throughout this whole year, is a lot of people have died, more than the regular flu ever did. And so I do get into a fear, but I don't allow that fear to control me, because I know God and Jesus Christ is my Savior and I am protected by them. But at the same time, I realize that, I can only do what I can. And if it's time for me to go, it's going to be time for me to go. But I will fight to the end if I have that control, which I believe I do. Okay. So, I'm just, there's been times I just wanted to quit. Why am I going to work at this? I mean, I sometimes feel like someone from the military that's going to war is like, I'm going to the battleground. And uh, I sometimes think, am I well equipped for this? Uh, they prepare us for infection control, but not to this extent. I mean, this is beyond what I have learned through a lot of the education we've gone through at the hospital. I mean, I've been working in the hospital setting for 13, 14 years. And this is way beyond I ever thought could happen. And I'm sure there's a lot of you that thought that. Um, so
Yeah. So when you come home, how do you feel?
relieved that I made it another day from working. I I'm relieved. I'm happy that I'm going to be off for a few days. I right away, the minute I get into my car, I take all this, the mask and everything off. I put it to the side. I sanitize my hands, and I come driving home. And when I get home, I strip at the laundry room because I have this uniform that I wore for 12 hours, and I don't want no chance of it of anything coming into the home. So I strip, and then I go straight to the shower, cleanse myself, praise God that I've made it another day, and greet my husband and eat dinner or whatever. Can't go anywhere right now, so
Have you received your COVID shots?
I have received both COVID vaccines. And that's another thing is there's people out there that don't understand how important it is to take and receive this COVID vaccine. A lot of people fear that they may end up getting COVID, but in reality, the vaccine is not made out of a live virus. You have a better chance of surviving the vaccine than surviving COVID. And it helps the community and the world and your family when you take the vaccine because it's going to keep you immune from it. Doesn't mean you're not going to get COVID, which is like the flu. I mean, it's not like the flu, but when you were getting the flu shot, some people still got the flu, but it wasn't as severe than possibly ones that didn't get the flu shot or that maybe had underlying conditions. So receiving the COVID vaccine is pertinent in making sure that everyone in this whole world can survive and live beyond this coming year because it's already in March. It's going to be 1 year that we've gone through this hell, and it we can if many don't receive the vaccine, it's going to extend that to another year, which would be 2 and maybe even 3, because we all have to be immune. And even though you've received even though maybe you got COVID and you survived it, and thank you for that, I'm glad that you have. I still believe that you should still get the COVID vaccine because the strain changes every year. It's not one, it's always. And that's how it's been for the flu. I mean, for how long have we been getting the flu shot? Since I've been working in a hospital, which has been years. So it's not going to go away, but what we want it to be less um, deadly than it has this past year.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you sharing your candid responses and sharing from your heart. And those tears that you shared, we know those are honest tears. And you just wanted to get your heart responses to what you've experienced being a health unit secretary. We know you're not a doctor, we know you're not a nurse, but you just wanted to just share your heart feelings about wearing the protective gear that you've worn. And we know that there are doctors and nurses, and their protective gear is much, much more entailed. But what you do, what you have seen, what you have heard, and what you have experienced to your level, uh, still, we appreciate your sacrifice. We appreciate your efforts and your giving, being a hospital worker, being an employee in that COVID environment, and we thank you for what your efforts have been in the healthcare profession. We thank you for that.
Welcome.
Um, and you have a great day. Have a great hospital experience day.
Yes, I look forward to it being like it was before, um, and hopefully even better. We'll
Okay.
be more healthier.
All right. Have a great day.